Hello, beautiful people. Hey, look, before I start this session, I have a big announcement to make. And, the documentary that's been in the works for a long time about my son Eric's life, it's almost finished. But in order to get to that finish line, the director producer Paula Marino needs some help. So she needs funds to cover all the professional fees that will be involved to bring the story to the screen, like a professional story editor, a music composer, a sound mixer, an illustrator, animator, etc., etc. Now, Paula created a crowdfunding page where you can donate whatever you feel comfortable donating. You can also donate by purchasing a 30-minute session with one of our mediums, or by purchasing an item from the Erik merchandise store, like the one I'm wearing. Saving the world, one prank at a time. It's an embroidered image, so it's really nice. So anyway, go visit channelingericdoc.com and take a look at it. This project is very near and dear to my heart. And one of my greatest wishes is to get the story out to more people so we can help more people. And I want you to go and see the trailer that's on the channelingericdoc.com. It's so moving. It's so powerful. It was my first reaction. It was a gut punch. Um, but it says it all. So look at the trailer and let me know what you think. Thank you, guys. Hello, guys. Welcome back to part 5. This will be the final part of our interview with the lovely Mother Earth. I just have fallen in love with her even more so after these parts 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, and we have the wonderful Denise Ramon, who I've always loved. And her information is in the description box below, and it will be on the screen, thanks to Paula Marino. All right. Thank you, Mother Earth, and also Erik, I love you still.
He says he still loves you.
Oh, great. So this is a really good question. Liz, these are all from Liz Cleland, by the way.
Okay.
Do you have emotions and or similar, or and how are they expressed?
She said, absolutely, I have emotions. All of you are expressing them.
Do you ever get angry? I mean, mothers do
Yeah,
get angry.
well, she says she does get how we would classify as angry,
Or concerned,
Um,
disappointed.
it's it's a sadness is what it is.
Oh,
It's a sadness when people mistreat her. She says it's a sadness, So because of how our actions are, it creates a cause and effect, and not every cause and effect is good.
No.
You break a bottle and you leave it on the ground and you don't do nothing with it, and then you roll over it with your tire, you get a flat tire. You walk on it with no shoes, you get cut. And then you're cussing at the bottle, and it's not the bottle.
Not the bottom.
So but I just get there's like a lot of sadness is what she says.
Yeah, I'm sure the bombs dropping on you, like it's going on in the Middle East and Ukraine and all that. I bet that must really hurt you.
She says more than what we could conceive. Because if we could conceive half of how devastating it is to me, we wouldn't be doing it. And she's flashing to me, and probably because I've seen the movie and it was such an impact. There was a movie on, I don't know, back in the 80s or I don't know when, called Powder.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And the guy that got struck by lightning had all these woo-woo powers or whatever. And that guy that killed a deer, he made that sheriff feel the pain.
Yeah, right. Oh God.
And she's saying this is the same thing. If we could feel what we're doing, yeah, because she says we're doing that to ourselves, but because we're not instantly feeling it, we don't pay attention to it.
Are you considered part of the collective then? Because like you affect one in the collective, you affect all? Or is
Well,
that
she
only
says,
applying to humanity?
no, she says we're all collective. Everything's,
Okay, everything.
we're all connected.
Do
Yeah.
you ever feel fear? I know you feel love, happiness, joy. Do you ever feel fear?
Um, the way she's shown me the fear, it's not fear like we're scared for our
Okay.
safety and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Right.
Her fear that she feels she's showing me is for us
Okay. Yeah.
because
Wow.
she's been around forever. So she knows what the end results will be if we
Mm.
don't, make our bed like we're supposed to. And she says the sadness, the outpour, the cries, because she shows me she's like a vacuum for that. So she
Oh,
collects all of that to heal it because it's a frequency. And
yeah.
she's here to help heal these frequencies that are not in our best, have our best interest in
Yeah.
for. And she says, and you were asking something about Papa's son earlier. She says, this son also picks up frequencies. So to help um, wash them out,
Kind of like one,
like
well, like one way to clean energy is to like pretend like you have this art, this like archaeology sieve, and just like take it all the way down to to your feet, and then what's left, all that blackness, give it to the earth to recycle it and turn it into positive energy. So that's what you're talking about, kind of.
she said yes. She said
And
yes. And
taking
she says,
showers, same thing.
and
Take
we
shower
love to
drain.
do that. She says, we love to do that because that's our job. This is what we love to do. And this is what the sun and the moon help us to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you meditate or are you just constantly in a meditative state?
She says, that is a cute question.
I think it's great. I would have thought to
um,
ask it. Look at that. It's
I
good.
wouldn't either. She says, would it's more with the plant life. I feel like in the animals is where her meditate. Like she doesn't want to say no, she doesn't meditate because that wouldn't be a true statement, she says. And even though she says, yes, she meditates, but she doesn't sit there like we do.
Like, no, I know.
Well, that's how she was demonstrated
Yeah.
to me. And I thought her meditation is through the plant life, the vegetation, and through the animals.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So I heard that bells all over the world, ding, they're mostly like it's supposed to be 432, which is very harmonious and aligns our energy. But the evil people, maybe the Anunnaki, I don't know, made sure that most of them were 400, which is very harmonious to our energy and misaligns it. What is your energy? What is your frequency that's healing for us that we should listen to? 528? I don't know. It's probably a high frequency.
It is a high number she's showing me, but it's like it's whatever one your body resonates with.
Okay, that makes sense.
And it doesn't mean that she says, say, Denise can do it at, say, 800 and you can do it at 1,000. It doesn't mean that
No,
Denise isn't
different.
there, you're not. It's just what our body resonates with, what our frequency resonates with. And I could resonate at 200 about something, depending on
Where you
where
are
I
that
am.
day.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what she's saying,
At
what's
any
going
given time.
on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your attitude slash feelings towards humans and extraterrestrials?
says, well, we just need to get our shit together.
Oh, good for you, Mama Earth. All right, dropping the S-bomb. All right, yes, I know. But of course you love all beings, right?
Oh, she says, I have nothing but love for everything because
Okay.
I can see that we're made from the same particle. How can
Mm.
I love this but not love that one? She says, we
Mm.
all come from the same frequency. She goes,
Source. We come from
that's where
source.
our eyesight got distorted.
Mm.
And she says, and that's the illusion that it's there. But she said, she's has what was the question again? She just took me all around somewhere.
The attitude, feelings. No, I had something after that. I don't know. It's okay. We can go on.
I
I
know
get
she
it.
just took me everywhere.
Oh my God. All right. Where are your chakras in regards to countries and places? Or are they straight line? I mean, how do they work? Are they just all over the place?
Well, she says we just focus on our main eight chakras, she's telling me, but we
Right.
have we have like over 100 and something she's showing me in our
Okay.
bodies.
Yeah.
And it's just everywhere she's showing. So there are crystals beneath this planet. It don't matter where you are, they're there.
Yeah.
And just because you can't see them or somebody else hasn't found them yet doesn't mean they're not there. And so they're there. She says you can write on a piece of paper the chakras, the stones, the crystals that align with it, and
Yeah.
lay on that, and you will get the same thing from it if
Oh,
you believe that that's what it. She says because it's there.
interesting.
She says just lay on the ground, lay on the grass, lay on the dirt, lay on the rock. But yeah, they're there, and
All
that's
right.
they're there to heal us. They're there to.
Yeah. But must be helping to heal you too, right?
Yeah, she says what it does is it keeps her rotating. She
Oh,
says,
okay. Go.
is it this
Keep
way?
on
Is it this
working.
way? Yeah.
So that was another question. Do your chakras work the same way that human chakras do? I guess they're different because we don't rotate. We don't need to get dizzy here.
Um, in essence, she says it does work the same, but it's going to be different for me because of what all my so-called, let's just say, body encompasses,
Yeah.
because I keep the balance, from the oceans, from staying where they need to be, from the animals where they need to be for the most part. So it's the same, but on a smaller scale, so to speak,
I
because
got you.
yeah, because
Yeah.
we couldn't handle what all she can handle.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay. How has the ignorance of humans affected you over time? Are you just as strong and happy as you used to be? Or it's like, oh my God, I
she's
need to go
coughing like
back.
she's coughing like from all the
Oh,
smoke
oh
and
yeah.
and everything. She's coughing and she's saying, and as she's doing this, she says it's the surface part of me, but this is where I feel sadness from her because it's almost like if we don't shift things, then she knows she's going to have a big cleanup on aisle 3 again because she's been this route. And I'm asking her, like, is the cleanup on aisle 3 going to have to be? And when I say cleanup on aisle 3, it's just a figure of
Of
speech. It's
course.
not,
Yeah.
somebody made a mess, is what that means here in the States. But
Yeah.
um, she says, we're not at the end of our ropes, but we're near it. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of people who are starting to wake up, and that's a good thing. She said, so whatever you do to help put your best foot forward, you're connecting with that collective consciousness.
Yeah.
And me, she says, and me, she goes, and we're helping to get this to where, because she says, this is a beautiful time to be here.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
feel like there's like a big surprise, a
Oh,
big gift or
open a
something
good
like at the
one.
end of all of this. Like there's
Oh,
something really amazing that's at the end
okay.
of this.
So have humans at any point damaged one or more of your chakras to the point that it's irreparable?
Um, she says there have been in different lifetimes, and I feel like this is like millions a year throughout the millions of years, that
Yeah.
there has been stuff where she's like, okay, before anybody else can come visit me, let me recharge.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Like humanity's been wiped out, or beings have been wiped out and
Yeah.
recharged. And yeah, we've had cataclysms, that's for sure. And I think a lot of beings, they went inside. Do you feel
Yeah.
and know the light workers who are on Earth at the current moment?
Of course, she said, I invited them to come back.
Oh,
She says, the majority of you light workers, I've invited you to come back because we knew that this was going to be a possibility. She goes, the majority, the way she says, of the light workers, we had like a big town hall meeting, as we call it, and to let you know your work. And she said, so I know this hasn't been easy for so many of these light workers, but this is why you might see one riding around in a brand new car, or they get to go on this amazing vacation, or they get to have this beautiful home, or they get this beautiful job or whatever. These are the like rewards you want to, as we call it, she says,
okay.
that the universe gives for what they're giving to back, like with the work that they're doing. It's the universe's way of saying thank you to help make it a little easier for them to
Seems like
continue
a lot
doing
of
their work.
light workers are actually pretty impoverished.
It's their thought process that keeps them there, she
Okay,
says.
I got you.
It's
That
their
makes
thought
sense.
process, yes.
So, what do you say about earth angels? I know earth angels, there's not that many of them, but they're part of a project, supposedly, from what I understand, headed up by our guardian angel Veronica. Project Victory, I think it's called, or something. Can you tell me about that or tell me where I'm wrong on that?
Well, she says, first of all, nobody's ever wrong. That's what she
Okay.
really wants you to know.
Just
And she,
misguided.
um, there are earth angels here. And she says, um, I feel like there's more now than there ever has been in
Good, we need more.
the past, say, 500 years, is what she's showing me. So that because we lose step of where we're going, it's
Yeah.
almost like they're our compass. They help us to keep us going in the right direction, so to speak. Um, and so yes, they are here. There's more than what we realize that are here
What are they here to do? I mean, just in one simple answer.
to support us in the direction
Okay.
of moving forward.
Okay. All right. Can they take, we already did this, dark energy from you through source energy, transmute it into light energy and then send it back to you reignited? Well, I didn't get that far, but yeah. Can you take the dark energy from us? No, can they take negative dark energy from you and through source energy, transmute it into light, and then send it back to you, Mother Earth, reignited? Can that happen?
It can happen, but she says that's not how it goes because it's kind of like we'd be doing things backwards,
Okay.
is what she's saying. It's a matter of us letting go of that, what you call dark energy. She says it's a matter of us letting go of it. She says we had got our claws into it.
Oh, yeah.
And she says, and that's what's going on is we're having a hard time loosening our claws. She goes, but the minute you let go of it, she goes, then you free me up to to do what I need to do with it. She says, the only
Yeah.
reason why that energy's here is because you've held on to it.
Makes sense. All right, this kind of goes along those lines. And we just got 3 questions, short ones. Number 23, okay, is a bit weird. That's one about that we just asked. And Liz says, but Erik through Michelle told me that Michelle, Liz Claylander, is able to take dark energy up her right leg and transmute and reignite it to light energy and send it back down my left leg. Well, not me, but source energy that goes through me, reignites it as I am a conduit for the light, a light worker. So this may nudge other light workers to have a go if they are so inclined. Is that true? That she can do that? And then therefore can other people do that?
She says yes, and she's showing me like, yes, but it doesn't have to be exactly like the way she does it, but that
Oh,
is
yeah.
but the reason why she can do this is because she feels that energy go here and she feels it go there. So I
Okay.
guess coming in and going out, she
Yeah.
feels that. And she says that this person is more of a feely person.
Okay.
So she, needs
But
to
you can
feel the,
visualize these things too, right?
yes,
Different
yes.
senses.
And it's nothing wrong being a feely person. And when
No,
as
it's
she's
great.
saying, yeah, so she's able to feel that. Um, she does recommend that this person really put her feet in the ground when she's doing this, though,
Okay. Oh,
because
yeah.
this is not,
I'm sure she does.
yeah, you're not dealing with the second grade bully, you're not dealing with that. Yeah.
Okay, so do you have a favorite spot on your body, Mother Earth?
She said, I've never been asked that.
Of course you have. This is Liz Clayland asking so many cool things.
That is. Um,
What's your Gaia spot, your G spot? I just thought that up. Erik, you made me channel that from you.
you know, she she's showing me, and the way she shows me, it's like on us, it would be our navel because that's where everything is,
That makes
it's
sense. Yeah.
being fed and everything. And I just feel like, and so as she's showing me this, I'm like, so where is that on you? Show me that on
Like in the
Earth?
Exuma Sound, that's one of the most beautiful places to see from a space shuttle, apparently.
Wow.
Or Mariana Trench, I don't know.
She
Is it any or outie?
she says definitely an any because
Okay.
everything is in.
Mm.
Um, but it's she says when people, and she's going with people, but animals do it too. But when people, the humans here, can go to a spot and just feel the yumminess, the deliciousness
Yeah.
of just being in that spot,
Mhm.
she says that's when you're exercising that favorite spot of hers.
Oh, okay. You're still
Because
not one to call favorites, are you? And
no,
I know there can be plenty of yummy spots on on your beautiful body. All right, last
well,
one.
she does say the ocean, the ocean.
Oh, it's somewhere. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm not gonna put my feet in the Marianas Trench. Thank you. Or the Exuma Sound. I think it's the Exuma Sound, frankly. Any last message? No. Okay, wait. How can we help you? I'm just one person, but I can't stop India and China and Vietnam and other third world countries who finally have their chance at the Industrial Revolution from polluting and abusing you, Mother Earth. We did even more so when we went through our own industrial age. So what can one person do?
she says, be an example, because when people see you doing things, they're going to want to do things. And Erik is saying, Mom, you know, it's like somebody's in great shape and people want to know how did he or she get into great
Yeah,
shape. And I said, oh, well, I started running a mile every day, and then I got up
good.
to where I was running 10 miles every day. And
Yeah.
or I started walking, or I started eating this or eating that. He says, how do you think these diets get so?
Yeah, that's true.
He says, because
But I'm
some,
in my she shed or my home or the beauty shop parlor. That's the only, or the doctor's office with the
but
dentist.
she,
That's
you
about
know,
it.
but when
I'm
you,
not out there holding banners and be like this.
and that's the worst kind, she says. So,
Yeah.
and Erik is saying, you being in your she shed, you know how many people are in your neighborhood? He says they all get affected by that
Oh, I hope so.
energy.
Well,
Yeah.
that's good.
And but they just don't come up to you and say, Miss Meadows, I really want to thank you for the work you're doing. I really
I don't
started
know
thinking
about it.
more about this or that. He says,
Yeah.
but it is, it's this is how it is. And he's saying it's like a chain reaction. People just
Okay.
start doing it.
Good. Well, maybe the people I do work on maybe can expand beyond their homes or offices
Oh,
and
they do. He
beyond
says
that.
they do.
I hope
People
so.
people notice things that are different, and they will ask them, "Would you get a new haircut? Did you,
Oh, yeah. I've seen
you
that
know,
happen.
yeah." And so, yeah.
So, last question. Any last messages to humans who you have been so kind and bountiful to? And like, is there anything that Liz should have asked you saying but didn't in that same question, pretty much?
No,
And Eric, if you want to add anything, please do.
he's showing me, and she's showing me too. They're both showing me how, like, you have to have a consciousness to survive here, to be able to breathe, be able to take in oxygen here. You have to have a consciousness.
Yeah.
And because you have a consciousness, a conscience, I can't say it, a consciousness, this is how she speaks to us, because things gnaw at us when we're doing something that we know we ought not to do.
Oh, are you saying conscience?
Conscience,
Okay,
conscience.
yeah. I
Yeah,
always
because
get those two mixed up all the time.
conscious,
So yeah, you have to
conscience,
have a conscience. That's and some
a
people
con.
don't or it's quite weakened.
Well,
So
it's because they've been desensitized,
yeah, yeah,
but also she says, and also we have to have a consciousness. We have to have a conscious.
yeah, both.
Yeah, it's how she's shown me, because
Yeah,
it's she showed me one is longer, one is shorter, and
yeah.
we have to have them to be here. But she speaks to us, and of course, source, which is there. She's not
Oh, there is.
source, but yes, speaks to us so that we can mm,
Yeah,
move forward in what we really want to do, because we're all about expansion.
yeah. As is she. All right, thank you, Mother Earth, and thank you, Eric. Thank you, Denise. Again, you check out what's down about her down below and in the on the screen. It'll be there too. You guys, please hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 100,000. We're so close, but still, no cigar. So that and the notification bell. And okay, I love you all. Bye, Denise. Bye, Eric. Love
Bye.
you
Thank
both.
you. Bye. Love you.
Bye.